Hello, loved ones. How are you doing? This is Love Marlene 411, and welcome to this podcast conversation. I'm about to turn on my camera in 1 second. I'm trying to make sure that I have audio. The sound is good. I don't think there's anybody in here because I'm doing an impromptu pop up stream. But I wanted to say hello to my loved ones and that I am very hopeful that all is well in your world. And we're going to have this conversation because I do believe that it is a very important conversation to have. Okay. So today's conversation is we are talking today about, let me go back to this. We're talking today about don't let life sap your dreams. Don't let life stop you from being at peace and having joy. And I'm just going to be transparent and honest with you guys. Because of life, there's financial issues, there's emotional issues, there's just the stress of day-to-day life. There's so many things that's pulling on us as women, as men. There's so many things that will take you down, will take the joy out of your life, take the peace out of your life, take everything away from you, and make you feel like, why even try? Why try for me? And you'll put things inside of your head that's not true, things that are lies, because just because life is hard doesn't mean that there is not good moments. It doesn't mean that there's not something that we should be grateful for. Let me make sure my volume is up. Okay. Just because we go through things, we go through situations, it does not mean that there's not something in it for us to learn from. It doesn't mean it's not something for us to grow from and be empowered. Everything in this life is how you are choosing to perceive it, what you're choosing to take away from it. Are you going to choose to be in that space and only perceiving your life as negative things? Or are you going to choose a latter portion where there's going to be joy, where there will be abundance, where there'll be growth and joy? See, I know what it feels like. I know what that sadness feels like. I know what the doubt feels like. I know what feeling broken feels like because I have been there, done that, bought so many t-shirts, and that had been my lot in life. But when you start to shift your mindset, see, it's so powerful, the things that you focus your mind on. And when I gave myself the permission to only focus on the good and dismiss the bad, my life pivoted. My joy increased. My peace became abundant, because if you are not at a space of choosing to see the good and you're only looking for the bad, or you're only looking at what is going wrong, you're going to feel down. You're not going to think that it's possible for you to even move forward and to have better and to do things and to be happy. See, happiness is a choice. Happiness is a mindset. And you have to choose to have that mindset. You have to choose to forgive people and situations. You have to choose to say, I'm going to get up and I'm going to turn the page. And I tell you guys why this message was so important for me to come out and to talk to you guys from my heart to yours, because I know what depression looks like. I know what feelings of worthlessness looks like. I know what it feels like to be lost and confused and sad and to be broke. I don't mean poor, I mean broke You don't even have two nickels to rub together. I know what all of that looks like, but I can't say I know how it looks like for you. But I'm just speaking to somebody who needs to hear this motivation and encouragement and inspiration, because over here we talk about trauma healing and pivoting and empowering ourselves. That okay, yeah, some messed up things happen to you. Maybe some traumatic things. Maybe you're in a situation. Maybe you're going through some things that feel so heavy and feel so dark. And you'll be like, Marlene, you don't understand. No, I may not understand your situation, but I do understand that we have choices regardless of our sadness, regardless of this, the backstabbing, the using, the loneliness, the financial situation, regardless of everything and anything, regardless when people don't choose you, when people don't support you, when people don't give back to you, it's a choice. And that's what I wanted to say to you, loved ones, today. It's the choice. It's making the choice to choose yourself and to say, I'm going to support me. And that's something for the first time ever in my life. I had to learn to choose myself. I had to learn to support me. I had to learn how to be my own best friend. And I tell you guys that that's something different. It's most definitely something different to choose yourself. It is. Because I was always waiting for people to choose me, people to friend me, for doors to open. But I had to learn, I had to start knocking on doors. I had to reset. I had to forgive in order to give myself the strength, to give myself the power, to give myself the permission, to give myself the courage and the confidence to say, it's time for you to do something for yourself. And just like my title is bringing out this message, this encouragement, this from my heart to yours episode is about, don't let your past, don't let lack of support, don't let excuses, don't let anything or anyone stop you from going for your goals. Whatever that goal is, it doesn't have to be these big, tremendous, expensive things. For me, some daily goals may be just for me to keep a positive mindset, keeping a positive attitude. Because I'll tell you something, when life is lifing, when your money isn't right, when people are acting crazy in your life, when life is not what you want to, maybe you feel sad, discouraged, or lonely, you may not feel like, what's the purpose of having goals? And look, my life is messed up right now. Because I know what that looks like. I have been through so many things in my life, loved ones. So many things. Disappointment, discouragement, trauma, grief, sadness, people who I thought were my friends, they weren't my friends. They were what they call frenemies. The fake people, the judging people, the people who use you, the people who want to see you down and discouraged. And I want to say something, that just because you may have done something in the past, maybe be immature, didn't make the best decision, it's not about yesterday. It's about today and being the woman or the man that you are today. Give yourself the permission to be compassionate, to let things go. It's enough people out there that judge you. It's people who judge on social media. It's people who judge you on your job and your family. People judge, and that's an easy thing. It's easier for people to look at somebody and tell them how they should look, how they should be, what they should do. But it's another thing to be in those shoes. It's another thing to be walking through a situation. And I don't know everybody in here's situation. I don't. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what you're dealing with. I don't. But one thing for sure that I do know, I know that life is hard. I know that life is difficult. Hi, Goth Girl, how are you doing? I know that life is difficult. I know that life is challenging. I know that people are fake and phony. I know that. I know all of those things. But at the end of the day, this is about you and your life. and giving yourself the permission to be happy. You know, that's something that I had to learn. I had to learn that this is my life. I had to learn that not everybody's going to be your friend. There's some things that you have to walk through on your own. You do. Some things you got to walk through on your own. Some things that you have to push yourself and force yourself to elevate and to empower. And I had to learn to give myself the permission that it's okay if I have to do some things by myself. It's okay if it takes me 50,000 times before I succeed at something. It's not about how many times you fall down, it's about how many times you get up. It's about every time that you succeed and you push past the doubts and the fears and the insecurities and the backstabbing, and you choose to not go back and forth with people, because you don't have to explain that you're great. You don't have to explain your growth mindset. You don't have to explain that you want better and you're doing better in your life. You don't have to explain that. You don't have to explain that you're worth it and you're worthy and capable and desirable and intelligent. You don't have to explain that you're capable. You don't have to explain that you can do all things. You don't have to explain that part. But what it is that we settle for so long. We get discouraged because of the backstabbing and the users and the haters and life being challenging. That gets to be exhausting. It's exhausting to keep patting your own self on the back and being your own friend, because of it gets sad sometimes, or you get lonely. You go through things in life, and who doesn't want a good friend? Who doesn't want to have a good, healthy, romantic relationship? We all want those things. But guess what? It's better to walk a road alone and to be happy and to have your own self-respect and to not be settling and all of those things. I love this new part of my life, but I know what it's like. I know what it feels like before, when I was always waiting for people to be my friend instead of learning to be my own friend, learning to stop settling for less than I deserve, settling for the average or the ordinary when you're extraordinary, when you're worthy and capable and deserving of great things. Some people don't deserve to have a space in your life. They don't. Some people don't deserve your friendship, and people cannot give you what they don't possess. If a person doesn't know how to be their own friend, if a person doesn't know how to handle money, if a person is not uh, good with time management and skilled and persistent and consistent, of course they can't support you. Of course they will be envious and jealous of you. But don't let it stop your goals. Don't let it stop your dreams. Don't let it stop your personal growth and development. And that is something that is a continuous thing. Every single day, I have to give myself the permission to be what I need for that day or for that moment. So I'm saying this to all of you loved ones as well. Give yourself the permission to be what you need in this moment, in this day. Maybe it's learning to be patient with yourself, or being compassionate, or not doing things that you don't want to do. That's a part of life goals, and not forcing yourself to be or do things when that door or that season has ended. You know, stop being around people who don't appreciate you and don't support you, are never there for you. These people will never change, you know? Unfortunately, the main people who disrespect us and use us are relatives in a romantic relationship and all of those things. So I just I just wanted to say that to every single one of you, to give yourself the permission to be amazing. Give yourself the permission to be great. Hold on a second, guys. Um, Give yourself the permission to be great, phenomenal. So I'm saying that to every single one of you. Give yourself the permission to be amazing and great. Because if you don't know how to love yourself, if you don't know how to be happy, if you don't know what you want, if you don't know how to be consistent and persistent, if you don't know how to be positive, if you can't do it for yourself, don't expect others to give you what you don't know how to give yourself. And this was a lesson in life. I had to learn how to be my own friend first. I had to learn how to support my own goals and dreams when it's hard, when it's difficult, when it's a challenge, especially if you're tired. The hardest thing in this life I have found is learning to support myself when I lack the motivation, when I lack the skills. Maybe I don't have the knowledge and I want to do something. It's very easy to make the excuse. And I had to learn that from within myself. I had to learn that it's okay to be my own friend. It is. It's okay to be your own friend. It's okay to not have everybody's backing, because everybody's not going to back you, because some people don't care about you. Actually, if I'm going to be 100% real, some people hate you. Some are jealous of you. Some don't know what they want. Some people are intimidated by your light, by your brightness, by your joy, by the peace that you possess, that you're not going back and forth with them, and that you don't have to rationalize. You don't need the validation. So I'm saying this to somebody who needed to hear this message today. You don't need them. You don't need people's support. But what you do need is you need yourself. You need to give yourself the permission to let go of the fears, let go of the insecurities, let go of the projections. And I want to pause on that for a little bit. You cannot allow others' projections, their opinions of you, what you should look like and what you should be, and whatever they think about you. You have to let go of that. You can't vibrate in that negative space. If you keep letting people control you, control your mindset, control your joy, control, right? If you keep allowing people to disrespect you, to use you, to never show up for you, and you just keep allowing it, you are training people how to treat you. If you don't say, this is the boundary, and stand firm on that, they're going to keep treating you however they want to treat you. But when you say no, you block them, you walk away, you show you're worth it, you're worthy. You train people how to treat you. You train them, not them training you. See, because when you don't know what you want, if you don't know the direction, if you're not empowered and confident, knowing your worth, people will do all kinds of things to you, treat you any kind of way they want to treat you. But when you know your worth, when you know your goals, then you go for it. Today, I wanted to say to some loved one out there that is watching this live or watching in the replay, you're worth it. Whatever goal, whatever dream, whatever thing that you desire, you can do it. You can have it. You can go for it. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter your situation. It doesn't matter your finances. This is to empower somebody, because I know what that feels like. I've walked the road alone, not having relative support, not having friends, quote unquote. You may know a lot of people, but that doesn't mean that they're going to back you for your goals and dreams. People only will back you and support you for things that they believe in or the things that they want to do. You have to be confident and courageous enough to walk the road alone a lot of times, go for what you want, even if other people don't like it or don't support you. Forget the haters and the jealous people and the naysayers. This is about you and your life and living the life that you have dreamed about. going for your goals, whatever it may be, your education, living a home, having the job or business that you want to, you can do anything that you want to do. And I'm not saying this because I read it in a book. I'm saying it because I'm living in it right now in this moment. I had to walk away from some people that I knew. I had to block them for my mental health, for my peace of mind, so that I could have money in my pocket, because some people are only out to use you, take your money, try to break you down, stop your dreams, stop your goals. They don't want you to elevate and be on a higher level than they are, either because they don't want to, or they're lazy, or whatever. We really don't know the reasons why people lack the motivation. Hey, Real Odds, how are you doing? Yes, facts. Good morning to you, or good afternoon, I should say. You really don't know why people stop from doing whatever it is that they do. But I know for me, what stopped me from going for my goals and my dreams, I know what stopped me is me. And let's be all the way real, loved ones. We are the ones that tell ourselves that we can do something or not. See, if you are only listening to what you're feeding on, the negative energy, the lack of support, if you're only focusing your mind on the negative things in your life, you will never get to your goals and your dreams. I had to start saying to myself, what other people do, what other people think about me is none of my business. But what is up to me, what is my business, is how is my mental health? Am I happy? Am I at peace? Am I doing what I said I deserve to do? Am I standing in my purpose? Am I living my life with joy and passion? Am I? Are you? These are heavy and deep questions on this Sunday. Yes, happy Sunday, Real. Yoon, how are you doing? Thank you so much. It's all up to us, right? It's up to you. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter what you did in the past. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter who likes you, who supports you. It's about you believing in yourself. It's about you being confident. It's about you asserting yourself. Make your plan. Walk through it. It's about the actions that you take every day. And I'm telling you guys that, yes, I'm a life coach. I'm a motivational speaker. It doesn't mean that I always am motivated. The majority of the times, I don't want to do things. Like this morning, it's raining outside right now. I could be right in my bed sleeping. Or I could have skipped doing my walking exercises. I could have skipped putting myself together and just lounging around the house being lazy. Everything is about your drive, your desire, being consistent and pushing through when you don't feel like it. Because let's be real, how many of us actually want to do things? You don't want to get up and go to work. You don't want to get up and go to the gym. You don't want to do lots of things. But if you desire to meet your goals and your expectations in your life, it means you got to have some self-control. You got to empower your own self. Thank you so much. Real, I really appreciate it. Thank you for the super sticker. We each have to give ourselves the permission. You got to give yourself the permission. I have to give myself the permission. And it's a balancing act. I had to learn that. It can't be all go, 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 because that's burnout city. That will drive you crazy. That will affect your mental health and your physical health and your spirit. You have to do things in balance. You have to have plans where you go, go, go. You're driven. Okay, I got to do this. I got to do this for my business, for my job, for school. And then you got to have plans to deflate. These are the things that most people don't talk about when they talk about motivation. They always talk about go, 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 keep going. But my motivation is that you got to have time to chill. You got to have time to relax, calm your mind, reset, you know? Encourage yourself, pat yourself on the back, because I will be saying this until my last breath. If you don't give yourself the permission to calm down, to rest, to relax, to vacation, to do things for this, so your mind can be at a state of calm and balance. That's how we pour into ourselves. That's how you pour into yourself. But you're the one that has to make those choices, right? You do. You have to choose yourself. And I had to learn how to be my own friend. I had to learn to get up and fight for the things that I want. Yeah, you have to do that. That's not your relative's job. It's not your kid's job. It's not your romantic partner's job. It's not anybody else's job to motivate you, to encourage you. You have to know what you want to do. You have to be driven. And that's difficult. It's a challenge to keep your drive going. And that's why I say it's about balance. Yes, be driven, have the things that you're moving forward to, accomplish those goals, check things off your list. Have a notebook, write things down, or put it in your phone so that you're seeing it, so that you are constantly looking and reading it and saying, I'm doing that. I'm going for that. This is what I deserve, and I'm proud of myself. But also at the same time, make sure in your schedule, you're scheduling me time. Is solo time to empower yourself. And I look at it like sharpening yourself. And people don't understand that you can't just go, go, go. That's burnout city. You also have to slow down. You have to calm down. You have to take deep cleansing breaths. You have to shut yourself off from society and judgmental people and the users and haters. You can't continuously take in that energy. If you only live for the acceptance of other people, if you only live to be supported, what if you never get supported? What if people never validate you and support you and love you? Are you going to stop yourself from having goals? Are you going to stop yourself from joy? Will you stop yourself from peace? No, no. We're not going to do that. See, we're turning the page, and we're not living life in the shadows anymore. We're taking out our notebooks. We're writing down our goals. We're writing down our dreams. We're asserting ourselves. We're putting ourselves in places and spaces. Put yourself in rooms that you deserve to be in. Get in those boardrooms. Send emails and letters. Ask for the things that you want. Ask for the monetary means that you deserve. If you don't ask for, if you don't assert, if you don't go for, how can you have what you want? You see, you can't live your life in the comfort zone and expect to be elevating and being empowered. You can't expect to have better. You can't expect to be better if you're not pushing yourself. And I don't mean all the time, guys, because I am a balanced woman. I am a balanced life coach. Just like I tell people when I coach them, okay, what did you do this week? Okay, what's your plan? But where in that plan did you have time for exercise? Did you have time for relaxation? And when did you take the time to sit and speak over your life? I'm very big on encouraging not only myself, but everybody that I meet to sharpen yourself. These are the times where you talk with self-talk and you say, I'm proud of me. I'm doing a good job. And you fill in the space as what you are. I'm a great mom. I'm a great sister. I'm a great dad. I'm a great friend. I'm good at my business. You have to boost your own self up. That's nobody else's job. It's your job to show up for you. It's your job to be confident and believe in yourself. It's your job to say, okay, today we're going to chill. It's okay. It's okay to come down and put your feet up and sleep in, but that can't be your whole life. You can't live life on chill mode all the time. You got to have times where you're driven and you go, and then you stop and you refresh yourself, and you make sure that you're eating healthy, nutritious food. You're drinking your water, you're getting exercise, you're taking care of yourself. Taking care of yourself is not just financial, because that is what most people focus on. And don't get me wrong, I understand things are expensive. There's a lot of responsibilities that many of us have. I get that part. But you can't always be on work mode or business mode. You got to have time for your laughter, and where you're eating your healthy, nutritious food that's going to be fueling your body and your mind. And you got to have time for your exercise. You got to have time for your spirituality, whatever that looks like for you, so that you can renew your spirit, whether it be meditation, whether it be faith driven, whatever it is that restores your spirit, that puts you in this state of calmness, of homeostasis, balance, right? So we have to do those things. And if you don't do that for yourself, if you don't believe that you deserve it, if you are only listening or waiting for other people to do things for you, you'll never get your goals accomplished. You'll never be happy like you desire to be. And I live for that. I live to just sit back and say, I did that for myself and I'm proud of me. So I say that to all you moms and dads and sisters, auntie, mamas, cousins, all my loved ones, every single person, man, woman, and child. Love on yourself. Be confident. Assert yourself. Do everything that you need to, because you're enough. Yes, you, and you. Anybody listening, you're enough. You're worthy. So if this is a time that you've been laying down, it's a time you've been doubting yourself, you've been discouraged, you've been going through it, whether it's social media, it has be putting you through it, your relatives, your kids, your whoever. Maybe people are not appreciating you. They're not showing you gratitude, but you have to be grateful for yourself. You have to set those boundaries and enforce them. And that is something that I do all the time. About every 3 months, I reset and I say to myself, yeah, this person got to go out my life. This person is no good for me. And it's not until we go through situations to where maybe sometimes people have to hurt us for us to say, I'm done with them, right? But don't let people use you. Don't let people disrespect you. And on this Raising Your Spirit Sunday, I want to speak to somebody that needs to hear this. Go for your goals. Go for your dreams. You're never too old. You're never too young. You've never done too much wrong. You're not a bad person. Be confident. Even if whatever happened in your childhood, your last romantic relationship, your last friendship, your last whatever, be a friend to yourself. Give yourself a hug. Tell yourself, I'm proud of me. And when's the last time you said that to yourself? I'm proud of me for everything that I am. The strong woman, the strong man, the things that I've overcome where you could have been taken out. You could have just sat back and given up on life. You could have just thrown in the towel. That would have been easy, but you didn't. And I'm proud of you. And I want you to say to yourself the next time you're in front of that mirror, I'm proud of me. I am smart. I am capable. I am enough. I can do all things because I'm enough. You're enough. We're enough as a community of loved ones. So I hope this message sharpened you, gave you a pat on the back, maybe gave you a little balance. Maybe you've been doing too much, and now it's the permission for you to say, I've been doing too much. I need that vacation. So book that vacation. Book that spa, that massage appointment. Go and spend time in nature. Go and accomplish your goals. If you wanted to go back to school, you want to start your business, work on your business, become better at communicating, or whatever it is the thing that is your passion in life. Do it. Whatever your passion is, do it. You're never too old. It's never too late. The only time it's too late is when you give up. And we're not going to do that, right? Okay. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the stream. I really appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for your support. And I want to tell you guys, never give up and love yourself, love your life, forgive yourself, and let go. You are not a product of your environment. It's not about yesterday, it's about today and choosing to love yourself. I am Love Marlene 411. Thank you so much for tuning in. And this has been another episode of From My Heart to Yours. Shout out to Real Odds and Evens, all of my mods, all of the loved ones, family. I appreciate you guys. Hold your head up, be confident, and work on your goals. You can do it. We're strong together. See you guys on the next one.
I spent a lifetime hiding in the grave with a heavy heart and nothing left to say. Battling shadows, walking in the rhythm of a life I didn't choose. From the silent cries and the darkest nights to the moments I almost gave up the fight, I was lost in the echoes of a hollow sound, searching for a solid piece of ground. But I'm Love Marlene, 411, and I'm standing tall. I'm living proof that you can survive it all. From the 411 to the depths of my soul, I'm taking back the pieces, making them whole. It's a journey of healing, a path to the light. I'm breaking every curse and winning the fight. From my heart to yours, let the healing start. We're making peace with the past and broken parts. It's more than just a story, it's a brand new lens, seeing where the trauma stops and where the light begins. Breaking generational chains, link by link, learning how to feel, learning how to think, guarding my spirit, my mind, and my peace. Watching the anxiety and the tension release, I found a self-love that was always meant to be. A gift from God now living in me. No more worthlessness, no more shame. I'm calling out the joy and I'm calling it by name. I am conscious of the seeds we sow. Watch how the garden starts to grow. But I'm Love Marlene, 411, and I'm standing tall. I'm living proof that you can survive it all. From the 411 to the depths of my soul, I'm taking back the pieces, making them whole. It's a journey of healing, a path to the light. We're breaking every curse and winning the fight. From my heart to yours, let the healing start. We're making peace with the past and broken parts.